Today's topic.
Hello, everybody. I'm here with my dumb friend, Christian, who thinks he can do the intro.
Or equally as dumb.
So, we haven't been on for a while. I haven't been on for a while. I haven't made a video in like months.
Not on YouTube.
It's okay. Not that there was a whole lot of people paying attention anyways. But if you were, sorry. And here's from the long way. Oh wow, we're running into traffic here. So, while we're on the highway here to pick up our friend, I thought it'd be a good idea to start our new little segment here, Car Talk with Christian.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, Christian, would you say you're a person who knows a lot about cars?
Personally, no.
Yep. So, this is why we've chosen Christian here as our co-host for this little segment. So hopefully he'll give us the outsider view of the car world. So today we'll be talking about 5 cars that we think will be future classics. Christian, give us your first pick.
Future classic?
A future classic.
First pick, I'm an off-roading guy, so that's what I like to watch. So I think the Armada. It's not even 4x4, but...
Yeah, I know, I was about to say. That's like everything off-roading doesn't need.
But it's beautiful. It's large. You can make it off-road, not really, but...
No, you can't do
put some
anything to
BF
that
Goodrich
car.
on that car. Lift it, put some BF Goodrich.
Well, BF Goodrich isn't even a good off-roading tire. That's like the cheap one.
That's where you put it, because you're going to be tearing it up all the time. You don't want expensive ones and then tear them up. You want cheap ones and then tear them up, and then get more ones.
Okay.
That's how it works, the economy.
We'll say for a moment that makes sense.
The Armada
So the
is
Nissan Armada, all right. Future classic, I don't think so. But okay, future classic.
All right, what about yours?
I want to say the BRZ, FRS, GT86, whatever you want to call it. Even though they made like 1 billion of them, the reason I think it's going to be a future classic is because it's like Nissan with the 240.
Yeah,
They made a ton of them, sold a ton of them,
Sure.
because it was a cheap and easy platform. And I think in the future, they're going to become what the 240 is to us now. That cheap and easy car to modify and make a drift car. Because it's rear-wheel drive, comes with a weak engine like the 240 did, so you can swap it out with anything because it's got a pretty ample engine bay. So that's just what I think. I think that's going to be definitely a future classic.
Well, we'll see in 20 years.
Yeah, 20 years.
The Armada will
We
still-
gotta wait.
Still prevail.
All right, so far we got the Armada and the 240.
Alright.
That's our first pick. What about your second pick?
Next
Christian?
pick. Any Outback before 2000.
Okay.
So, and then after 95. I don't want to get that old. But I
could
think
see
those are
that.
the classics. It's because, I mean, it's all-wheel drive. They still kept the wagon style, which I really like. Like, nowadays, they're SUV.
My
I think
opinion on that is it's going to become like the Volvo 240 wagon is now.
Yes, 240
So-
wagons. I like those.
Yeah.
Those are nice. 'Cause
Well,
they
you know,
got-
it's like, it's kind of, well, it's not really a full-size wagon,
No.
but still, I could agree with that becoming a classic. Maybe not the standard Outback, maybe like the,
Well, they got the sports edition.
yeah, maybe
stuff
like the
that.
WRX Outback and things like that, the special trims and
well,
things
I still,
like that.
I mean, you can get a normal Outback, put a turbo on that, supercharge the engine.
Well, I mean, you can do that, but I
Big
mean,
words.
it's not really rare enough.
Lots of silver tubes connected.
Yeah,
I
lots
can
of
do
silver
that.
tubes.
Little shiny tubes. You
Okay.
can make it look really nice. I'll pop the hood up, and then I'm like, wow, he's real. He's a real guy.
It's real, yeah. As opposed to, oh, my engine's made out of chocolate.
It's a real engine.
Yeah.
Tubes and turbo and shells.
Tubes and turbo, nice.
Little snail shells, a couple of them.
Snail shells.
A
Okay.
couple of them,
Yeah.
not too many.
Well, my second choice for a future classic, the GTI, of course. Reason why I say that, and not just any GTI, the Wolfsburg edition. The 2014 Wolfsburg edition was a really pretty car.
It's German.
Yes, it was German. As
Oh,
all
but
GTRs are.
Volkswagen.
I mean, they're not going to change. They're not going to become JDM from one year to the other.
No, you never know.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't think that's a move for Volkswagen.
One day.
But I think it's going to become a future classic like the Mach 1 was. because it's got a really pretty interior, so no one really ever swaps out the interior on a Wolfsburg. It's half the reason you buy a Wolfsburg. They're super rare because they were so expensive when they made that run. So I think that's going to be one to look out for in the future. I think people are going to say, okay, that's a GTI that wasn't sold a whole lot.
Hey, look, it's a Wolfsburg.
Yeah, it's a Wolfsburg.
Haven't seen one of those in a while.
Well, you can't tell from the outside. It's just going to look like any other GTI, but the inside...
It just sounds like a
well, the outside has some special things, but that's what I think. That's my number 2.
Number 2.
What about you? Number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Thinking hard about this one.
Yeah.
And I think, you're gonna say like, "Whoa, Christian, that's weird."
Yeah.
It's not weird, because I still don't know which one the third one. But
okay.
So I'm thinking more of the Acura TL. Now you say, why, Christian? Why Acura TL?
Because it's in front of you?
No.
Even though that's not an Acura TL, but...
It's in front... Now, think about it. It's in front of me. It's always there. I always thinking about it. That's what he's saying. I always think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so,
why do you think the Acura... Yeah, 4 wheels.
They come in 2 doors or 4 doors. So
the
options
Acura
are
TL
there.
does not come in 2-door, but...
The options are there. It comes in like silver, black, and... gold,
as most cars
and rose
do.
gold.
Yeah.
So
rose gold. That's not rose gold,
so you
man.
can,
That's just gold.
No, it comes in rose gold. So you can. So you have options. You go to the dealer and be like, hey, now I heard you have Acura TL, and he'll be like, yeah, man, come to the back, and he'll show you the options you have, and it's a lot of options, and it's it has all wheels and they can drive. So what else do you need?
Okay.
Acura TL. It's my choice.
I'm glad you can see the cars in front of you and recognize that it's a car.
That used to be one of my classics. I used to dream about it.
Yeah,
I didn't tell you about that?
Yeah, the Acura TL.
Acura TL. That's all I thought about.
My third pick here is definitely going to be the Mazda Speed Protege. Reason I say that, there's not a whole lot of them left. A whole lot of them got crushed and things like that. So there's only, I'd say maybe 10,000 of them in the States. Which spread out, that's not a whole lot.
Going extinct.
And even though it wasn't the fastest car around, Mazda made that car so light that I think it was like 190 horsepower with the 2.3 DSR that they put in there.
No, man.
I think that it was ample enough to have fun. You can do a whole lot to that platform. And as far as front-wheel drive cars go, I think that Mazda did a great job with that car. I think it looks really pretty too. So, number 3 for me, classic Mazda Speed Protege.
Mazda Speed Protege?
Yeah. So 4 for you, Christian. We're almost done here now.
Well,
please don't say the Corvette because it's right in front of us.
No, I'm gonna find a Corvette. But no, I don't know. I've seen those. Have you ever seen those old Toyota trucks?
Which ones?
Like 95. Just front. I mean, they only had the Frontier, I think.
Yeah, the Nissan Frontier.
Yeah. It was the older ones. But those are nice. You know what I mean? Lift them a couple inches. I've seen this guy lift it like 20 inches. It was crazy. He was going nowhere, but it was lifted to max, and that's what you want. Put some BF Goodrich.
BF Goodrich, okay.
Actually, no, scratch that. Nissan Altima, 2007, alright?
Okay.
They had a version that had 170 horsepower. Now imagine that. Picture, guys. Close your eyes and picture with me.
Lifted?
Lifted.
Yeah.
BF Goodrich. Now you're saying, Christian, it's not even rear-wheel drive. It's only front-wheel drive, right? And you're like, it's not even all-wheel drive either. So it's just, why would you do that? Well, think about it, guys. You have 170 horsepower. Nissan Altima, right? People will see you on the street and they'll be like, wow, look at that guy. No, they're going to say, good things about you? Probably not.
No.
But you're going to enjoy it.
Be like, wow, look at that guy. Idiot.
And they're like, that's a good-looking car, though. You did good. And so, you take it out into the field, you're probably getting stuck into
the field, yeah. As all real good off-roaders do, they take it to a small field, a glen, a wooded glen.
With, grass and stuff. And we call it grassing.
Yeah.
So it's not for mudding or for off-roading, but for grassing. Now you're saying, what's grassing? You just go into a field of grass and you just mess around. That's what you made it for. To grass.
Okay.
Grass.
So the Grassing Altima.
Grassing Altima.
2004 to be exact?
No, 2007.
Oh, 2007. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry, my bad. 2007 Grassing Altima.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. Number 4 for me I was thinking about it earlier, and I kind of lost my thought just thinking about your grassing Altima. Maybe I should pick an off-roading vehicle just for the heck of it.
Man, my vehicles aren't even off-roading vehicles.
Yeah, they're like not even. They're like you have to force them to become an off-roading vehicle.
BF Goodrich.
Yeah.
We're not sponsors, but BF Goodrich.
No, don't get BF Goodrich, please. Oh, look, that guy's selling an SCR to that guy.
BF Goodrich.
They're vapors. Wow.
BF Goodrich.
It's exactly what the world doesn't need more of.
BF Goodrich. They need it.
Oh, well, there's one. The 370Z. Now, the Nismo package ones, they didn't make a whole lot the first year they ran the 370. It was kind of a weird leap for Mazda from the 350. And it didn't get a whole lot of praise when it came out because everyone was just like, oh, that's just a 350Z with a different headlight and taillight combo. So, and I mean, for the most part, they were right. There was a couple things they did to the engine with the alternating firing and things like that, but not a whole lot of difference between the other one. But I think that first year run, I think that's going to be a future classic just because they didn't make a whole lot. They didn't sell a whole lot, so there's not a whole lot of them on the street.
No, I agree with the Spectres. It's just 350Z with different headlights. Like, I don't even know the car, but
yeah,
it's the same.
I mean,
It's going to be classic. You're going to be like, wow, look at that 350. You're like, no, man, it's 370. Don't you know? It's a classic.
Don't you know? It's a classic. Yeah. Well, that's not now. It's the future, man.
Well, 20 years from now.
350Zs are all going to be gone.
My son will be like, hey, what is that? And I'm like, that's a 350Z. He's like, what? That's crazy. And the guy's going to come like, no, man, it's a 370. And I'm like, go back home because no one cares. And then 350s come out.
Well, it's like the 300ZX, you know? Nobody liked the 300ZX. Everyone liked the 240, but no one liked the 300.
That's true.
Because the 300 looked like an ugly boat. So
Ugly boats are out the rage now, okay?
I think it's going to be backwards with the 350 and the 270, because the 270, in my opinion, looks better. The 350 was still, it was boaty. It was boaty a little bit, just a little bit, you know? Boaty.
Boaty.
So that's my opinion. Fifth and last pick, Christian. Don't pick the car in front of you.
Okay. Now, Forester, I like Foresters, but serious topic now. The new Mustang, specifically the 2015 Mustang.
Okay, yeah.
When they redesigned it, I guess. Was it redesigned before that?
No, well, this is the one year they really kind of put out a whole
Yeah, okay.
design.
So, 2015 Mustang, you see on the streets, right? It has like a longer hood. It's really big, too. It looks like a shark to me. I don't like that. I like the shark look. It's beautiful. It's nice. I know a lot of people are disagreeing. He himself doesn't like it.
No, I like it.
Oh, that's
I like
Eric.
it.
Never
Yeah, Eric
He
doesn't
likes
like
it.
that
Eric
car.
doesn't like
Eric, who we're picking up, hates this car.
But I think it's beautiful. I like the design they went with. In a couple of years, Mustang will no longer be known as a muscle car.
no, it's kind of a tuner as it is
Just be
now.
like, they'll know it as the tuner now. It'll become a classic tuner.
Okay, I think that's the first reasonable thing you've said. And as my last pick, I'd like to say actually the same thing, but not the regular trim, but the Mustang GT 500. I think that car, I mean, I heard just listening to the exhaust of that car, and it's probably the best thing Ford's done in a while. I mean, honestly.
I mean, we're not banging on the Ford guys. I like the Raptor.
Yeah, the Raptor's okay. The Raptor's okay. It's a good truck, an overperforming truck. But I definitely like. Hi, Eric. You're on our YouTube show now.
Thank you.
So we just picked up Eric now. We're at the Subaru dealership where he has dropped off his car to be Subaru'd.
He's driving a WRX STI, guys.
No, he's
by the
not.
way.
He's really not.
He's doing a WR Crosstrek STI.
Yeah.
It goes pretty fast, 149 horsepower, I think. Well, these are big horses. These are
149 horses.
These aren't like
ponies.
these aren't ponies. These are like Helen horses. I don't live in Georgia, but these are giant, massive horses.
Miniature ponies.
You're not ponies you ride for, like kids ride, but they're big.
But yeah, my last pick, GT 500 Mustang. I think that will be. I think that's going to be what the Shelby was a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
So that's my opinion and my last pick. Thanks for sticking around with us, guys. And hopefully you enjoyed this slightly more than my Ricer blog.
Oh, is that?
I already enjoyed it.
And yeah, it's for that one. It's for that one. And we'll see you guys later.
Shabam.
Shabam.